Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. So this is a video for chapter 5 hydrocarbons. In this video, we're going to look on the mechanism for hydration of alkenes. So for the hydration of alkenes, the type of reaction is an electrophilic addition reaction, and the reagent that we're going to use is alkene and also water. And then the condition, it must be done in dilute H2SO4, and the product that we're going to get is alcohol. So this is the general equation. Yang mana kita ada dekat sini, kita punya carbon-carbon double bond, kita tambah H2O and in acid. So this is what we call as the acidified water. So H2O dekat sini and H3O plus is the condition over here, the dilute H2SO4. And we're going to produce our alcohol over here. So as you can see over here, apa yang kita akan tambah pada kita punya carbon-carbon double bond dekat sini adalah, okay, we're going to add from the water is hydrogen and also our hydroxide group dekat sini. Now, let's take a look at the general mechanism for hydration of alkene. For hydration of alkene, there will be 3 steps of reaction. The first step is the formation of the carbocation. Step 2 is the formation of protonated alcohol. And step 3 is the elimination of proton. And our hydration of alkene is actually the reverse process of the dehydration of alcohol. In dehydration of alcohol, daripada alkohol kita jadikan alkene. But in hydration of alkene, from the alkene, kita akan hasilkan semula kita punya alcohol. So now let's take a look at the steps one by one. So step 1 is the formation of the carbocation. So kita akan mulakan step 1 kita dengan melukis kita punya alkene and also the H3O plus ion, the hydronium ion over here. So yang ni akan bertindak sebagai kita punya catalyst. Okay, where are we going to start this reaction? So if you look over here, apa yang kita akan nampak adalah, clearly kita akan nampak oxygen dekat sini. The oxygen is positively charged. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, oxygen, dia sangat-sangat tak suka kalau dia ada positive charge. Dan dia sangat suka kepada dia punya stability where it has 2 bonds and 2 lone pairs. Okay, jadi dekat sini, that will be our first step. Yang mana kita akan berikan semula stability kepada kita punya oxygen. So, how are we going to do that? Okay, dengan cara the oxygen-hydrogen bond over here, kita akan breakkan. Okay, and the 2 electrons will go to oxygen. So, kita akan tunjukkan macam ni lah. Okay, 2 electron goes to oxygen. So, nanti at the end, kita akan hasilkan kita punya water dekat hujung. Okay, kemudian, seperti yang telah ditunjukkan pada arrow dekat situ, this is our carbon-carbon double bond. Then, kita tahu dekat sini, once this oxygen and hydrogen bond has broken, this hydrogen become H+. It becomes an electrophile, electron poor. So, our carbon-carbon double bond, which is a nucleophilic site, it's a nucleophile, it will attack the hydrogen. Okay, so dilema kita dekat sini sekarang adalah, kita ada 2 carbon. We have carbon 1 and we have carbon 2. So, hydrogen akan pergi kepada carbon yang mana? Again, dekat sini, kita akan follow kita punya Markov-Nikov rule. Markov-Nikov. Okay. So, what does Markov-Nikov rule says? The hydrogen will goes to the carbon with more hydrogen atom. So, dekat sini tak nampak lah. Okay, cuma nanti bila kita ada real structure, real compound, kita akan nampak. Okay, so, kita akan lukis kita punya produk. Okay, yang mana nanti dekat sini, okay, kita akan form kita punya carbocation. So, this is the carbocation. And satu lagi carbon akan terima hydrogen. And tidak dilupakan kita punya water molecule dekat sini. So you can either draw it as it is like this, atau kalau awak nak tulis dia sebagai H2O pun boleh juga diterima. Okay, so this is for step 1. So now let's proceed with step 2. Now, let's proceed with step 2, which is the formation of the protonated alcohol. Okay, now, so for this step, apa yang kita akan buat? Kita akan lukis balik kita punya carbocation tadi dan kita akan lukis satu water molecule. For this water molecule, you need to expand all the bonds and tunjukkan dia punya lone pair. So, kiranya ni tadi adalah kita punya reagent. Ingat balik, reagent kita tadi yang kita gunakan untuk hydration of alkene is our alkene and water. So, this is the water. Okay, now, apa yang akan berlaku dekat sini? So, as we can see over here, clearly kita ada satu electrophilic site pada carbocation kita dekat sini. It's an electrophile. And clearly we can see at the oxygen we have a lone pairs. Where we have over here our nucleophilic site. So, kalau saya labelkan dekat sini, okay, carbon kita ada electrophilic site dan pada kita punya oksigen kita ada nucleophilic site. Okay, so it's very clear on how the reaction going to occur over here. Yang mana the nucleophile is going to attack the electrophile. Jadi kita akan lukiskan kita punya arrow daripada lone pair from the oxygen towards our carbocation over here. Okay, kita akan pilih yang ni lah sebab this carbon is electron poor. Dan apa yang akan berlaku adalah, okay, pada carbon ni tadi, okay, yang tak terlibat dengan chemical reaction kita, tak terlibat dengan mechanism, kita salin je semua as it is. So, this carbon now will form bond with our oxygen. Okay, so carbon form bond dengan oxygen, hydrogen tak terlibat. So, at the oxygen, one of the lone pairs has already been used to form the carbon-oxygen bond. So, tinggal saja satu lone pair dekat sini. And what happened to oxygen? It becomes positively charged. So, this is what we call as the protonated alcohol. So, this is our step 2. Okay, so kita akan proceed pula kepada step 3. So, now, on step 3 is the elimination of proton ataupun H+ dekat sini. H+ mana yang kita nak eliminate pada kita punya protonated alcohol tadi. Okay, so kita dah nampak dekat sini our oxygen is very unhappy because it is positively charged. It has 3 bonds and only 1 lone pair. Okay, now macam mana kita nak selesaikan masalah oksigen dekat sini? So as we know, this oxygen can only be stable if it receive 2 electrons. Daripada mana? Okay, from the oxygen hydrogen bond over here. Kita tahu this bond akan break. So, if this oxygen hydrogen bond breaks, siapa yang akan ambil H+ dekat sini? Mesti ada another species that going to get our H+. Another nucleophile that going to get our electrophile hydrogen dekat sini. So, kita akan tambah dengan apa? Kita akan tambah with another water molecule over here. Okay, now, so as obvious as it can be, so the oxygen hydrogen bond here will break. The 2 electrons will go to oxygen. You have a choice sama ada nak lukis arrow ke bawah ataupun arrow ke atas, as long as it is from the bond towards our oxygen. Okay, so bila bond yang ni dah break, tinggal H+, lone pair dekat sini akan attack kita punya hydrogen. So, at the end, we're going to get over here, okay, yang ni tak terlibat dengan mechanism, salin balik. So, this carbon right now is bonded to our OH. Tinggal OH sahajalah, satu H dah hilang. So, oxygen sekarang dah happy. 2 lone pair, 2 bond. And what happened to this molecule, this water molecule? Kita akan dapat balik kita punya H3O+. So, ingat tadi, at the first step, yang mana kita gunakan H3O+. Okay, so at the third step, kita akan hasilkan semula kita punya H3O+, the hydronium ion. So that's it for the mechanism of hydration for alkene. So that's all for this video, and thank you for listening.